This video is by Straight Goods News. SGNews.ca.
I think that the Conservative Party should think twice before voting in favor of this bill, because it's going to be really costly to Canadians to solve no problem at all. What is this bill really about? It's not about transparency. It's a first attack against the labor movement. The labor movement that help us to build good communities and good jobs, good wages, so that people can live good lives. And I don't see what is the problem that this bill is supposed to solve, because transparency already exists for the people who are paying dues, the member of the unions, and it's the law in 7 provinces and under the Canadian Labour Act that the union should provide all the financial reports. So it's a costly solution for an absence of problem. What it means for Canadians is that it's going to be costly and useless. It's going to cost $90 million for the first 3 years of implementation of 377 if the Revenue Agency and the Parliamentary Director of Budget is right, for informations that will not be really useful for Canadians. So it's going to be costly, it's going to solve no problem at all.
Now, you said that it's not going to be information useful to Canadians. Who would want that information, and how would it be useful to those people?
I think it's going to be useful for the people that want to attack the labor movement. It's going to be useful for those who say the labor movement should not be political at all. Political, I'm not saying partisan. I'm saying being an agent of change, a social actor in the political sphere. So it's going to be useful for them to have those data to attack the labor movement. This is why. And Cheryl Glover was really clear in commenting about that. This is exactly what they are about.
You mentioned that there's provincial legislation in 7 provinces. Do you think that this should be something that's enacted in the rest of the provinces provincially rather than an overarching federal legislation?
I think that all the unions should be really transparent with their members. Workers that are paying dues should know exactly how their organization is spending their money, and they should have this information available every year for every 4 million members of unions in Canada. Of course, this is a principle I agree with totally.